Welcome back to Glasscast from the National Glass Association and its publications Glass Magazine and Window and Door. I am Katy Devlin, the Chief Content Officer at NGA, and today I am joined by Daniel Feische, the Director of Occupational Safety and Health and Glass Technologies at Messe Düsseldorf, a role that he stepped into on September 1st of last year. And just translating that title to our audience here for Glass Tech, for Glasscast, that means that in this position, Daniel leads Glass Tech, the international flagship trade fair for the glass industry, which is coming up October 20th through 23rd in Dusseldorf, Germany. So welcome, Daniel.
Thank you very much for having me, Katy. Thank you.
So let's just chat about your introduction to this wonderful glass industry and to Glass Tech. So, as I mentioned in that intro, you stepped into the role of Glass Tech Director back in September of 2025. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit, how you came to be in this role, what experience you had leading up to it, and how the glass industry has been treating you?
Sure, thank you. So for me, I studied business administration, made my way to some event agencies, which was fun for beginning of my career, and then started with Messe Düsseldorf 9 years ago. So a long time for me at Messe Düsseldorf. There was never a focus on glass so far for me. As I said, I made my way in events and now in exhibitions. So I made sales for hosted events here at Messe Düsseldorf. Then I worked on business development, new business, on market research, which was quite fun. I liked this role. And yeah, then last September I had the chance to start a new role, and that makes even more fun to me because it's a huge variety of different topics. As you said, it's not only glass, it's also occupational safety and health. So I have two exhibitions here in Düsseldorf every year, one. And this year it's Glass Tech, which is a great show, and it's a great community. So I met a lot of people over the last weeks, last months, and belonging to the glass industry, to the glass community, I would say, because it's so a closed ship. So when I visited you in Chicago some weeks ago, I even met some German guys there, and that's fun traveling and seeing people all over the world from glass community, and yeah, getting into the glass industry even deeper at GlassTech this year. I'm looking forward to.
So you mentioned Chicago. We were both at NGA's new Glass Fabricator Conference, GFAB, just a few weeks ago
Yes.
in Chicago. So how did you find Chicago? How did you enjoy the conference?
Actually, I love Chicago. I've been there 3 or 4 times. I Messe Düsseldorf has an office in Chicago, and I made an internship there for nearly 3 months. So I lived in Chicago for 3 months, and that was a great experience. The architecture in Chicago, even with all the glass, it's so special and so nice. And coming back to the conference, it was a really good one, I think. I only had the chance to be there 1.5 days because I had to leave early, but it was so there. The community was so good, the people were good, the keynotes were amazing. So I learned a lot of stuff over there. So congratulations to your first NGA Fab conference. So that was
Yeah,
good.
well, thank you. Thank you for being there. So you mentioned you come from the event space, and before we kind of dig into glass industry and some bigger trends on the side that we are all familiar with, I think it's really fun to dig into the industries where folks have been before, because as we know in glass, there's so much nuance, so much creativity, so many surprises as you dig in. But can you talk through some of the more I don't know, sort of exciting or interesting events and industries and expos that you've worked on before?
Yeah. So there are different ones. Even I organized or I visited. So like in Germany we have something with marketing. It's called OMR, which is nearly like the South by Southwest exhibition in Austin, which I also visited some years ago. And these are two very special shows, I would say, because they are not like the normal exhibitions we do here in Düsseldorf. They are more focused on the products and on on the atmosphere. So it's a different atmosphere, putting exhibition, a conference in the whole city. So
Hmm.
that was quite fun to me. And we at Messe Düsseldorf always think about how we can connect our exhibition, our fairground to the city, to
Mm.
bring the people to the city and connect them. Because I think Düsseldorf is a very special place here in Germany. We are known for our big industry shows here in Düsseldorf, like glasstec, and the city and the surrounding of Düsseldorf is there's an industrial background, and we always try to focus on this when we sell our show to exhibitors. And I think there's a connection between what I'm doing now and my former part, which I had here at Messe Düsseldorf, thinking about new shows, new formats.
So you live in Dusseldorf.
Yes, I live in
Is,
Düsseldorf. I'm born in Düsseldorf, so it's my
oh, wow.
hometown.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
so, this podcast is mostly going to North American listeners in this industry, many of whom have made the trip to Glass Tech and have seen Dusseldorf and enjoyed all that the Altstadt has to offer and the beautiful um, riverfront that you have there. And when the sun decides to come out in October, it can be really glorious
Yeah.
in the city. But what are some of the top recommendations you might have for anybody coming to Dusseldorf for the first time?
Yeah. So there are a lot, I would say. But so what I like most about the city, you can do in the inner circle of Düsseldorf, you can do a lot of by walking. It's a really close city. It's not a big one. You have the river directly in the city, like in Chicago. You can have your walk there, go to the old town. We have a lot of really nice museums over here. We have a big focus on photography because there's a really famous German photographer born in Düsseldorf, and that's why we have a focus there, but also a big art academy here in Düsseldorf. Then there's a Japanese quarter. Um, Düsseldorf has I think, the second or third largest Japanese community in Europe. And no one is thinking about this, but there's so many really good Japanese restaurants you can't find in other cities in Europe. So that's also very enjoyable. But as I said, Old Town, just walking there, having a glass of old beer or wine or something, and enjoy the city, I think it's worth it.
Okay, I'm putting you on the spot here, but I had no idea that there was such a vibrant Japanese community. What is your favorite or favorite restaurants to check out?
So I would say for ramen soup, you have to go to Takumi. Um, they have different spots in on the Immermannstraße because they with the ram soup you can have like pork or chicken breast. Then you can have it spicy. So there are different restaurants with different topics, and I think this is worth it. And if you want to have a really special one, then there's Nagaya. Nagaya has a one Michelin star, and it's a combination of Japanese and French cuisine. So
Hmm.
that's a really good one.
Well, have you send us the names of that, and we'll put it in the episode description. And
Yeah,
this
sure.
is not a sponsorship. We're just
No, I will do
just
because I
making
like
some
the
weird.
restaurants, and I often go there with my wife and enjoy the time. So I
Yeah.
can really recommend them.
Well, and one thing that I've noticed, and I think I've been able to attend Glass Tech maybe probably 5 or 6 times since joining NGA. And it is a very accessible city. It's the train is just such an easy, no matter where you're staying, you can hop on and get right to the Messe and just easy transit. The signage is very clear. So for anyone who has not attended before, it's definitely not a daunting experience in terms of just the travel logistics.
Yeah. That's an easy city. We have good public transport from the city center. It's like a 10-15 minute ride by the metro. You can take the cab, the taxi. So it's always a short distance.
Yeah. So let's talk glass, since that's our reason for being here on the podcast. So what are the big trends that you are seeing uh, across the glass industry as we head into Glass Tech 2026?
I think overall there's a big transformation going on in the glass industry. That's what I'm hearing all the time because there are so many influences, and we have it within glass tech, like the topics, our hot topics, AI, digital technologies, as I think one of the biggest. Then there's for us circular economy and also decarbonization. And I think AI is, yeah, the two others are belonging also with AI because you cannot think about the future without AI. There will ever, from now on, there at every place there will be AI and digital technologies, and that's why I think there's so many transformation going on in the glass industry, and everyone has to think, how can I use AI to get it in my production line, or how can I use it to have better outcome. Or there are so many examples, I would say. And for the other two ones, like the decarbonization, it's a really important one in Europe because we are talking about the Green Deal from the European Union. So we have to be um, green neutral by, I think, 2050. So no CO2 emissions allowed from them, which is difficult to get in a high energy intensive industry. And circular economy for me is really interesting, and I think one of my most loved topics because thinking about how I can get the circle and not have to use every time a new um, yeah, new glass or material to build glass, thinking about how I can recycle, reuse glass. This is what I like most about the circular economy, and I think these topics are really good set, and yeah.
So decarbonization, circular economy, AI, and digital technologies. How will visitors to Glass Tech see those trends emerge across the show floor?
Hmm. So there are different ways. So first of all, sure, the exhibition, the main part at GlassTech, we know already that there will be a lot of exhibitors showing products which are related to new AI technologies, but also working on products which are decarbonizing and also doing the circular economy, like the reuse or also the remanufacturing. The re or a colleague of others telling all the time about retrofitting of machines. So getting old machines by new technology even better, and don't buy a new one after 15-20 years because it's not necessary. And I think you can see all these products or not all these, but there will be a lot of products at our show from different exhibitors. And the second one is we have the Glass Tech Conference. We have different sessions over there, all focusing on the hot topics. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like we have Circularity, which is focusing on circular economy on 2 days. Then there are different ones for the AI topic and also for the decarbonization topic. And there will also be an architecture forum, which is maybe separated a bit to the main three hot topics. but I think architecture in the future has also influences from AI, and it's
Mhm.
also really important for the decarbonization.
So one area of the glasstec expo floor that I've always been very intrigued and excited by is that glass technology live space. And I believe is it Hall 11 still? Is that
Will
so
be
it's
Hall 11, yeah.
yeah, so it's centrally located and this space to describe it for folks who have not attended, it really is, I believe it's a collaboration between academia, universities, the people who are kind of coming in on the research and design side, teaming up with industry uh, to create a space demonstrating sort of what is possible in this industry,
Yes.
what's possible today and what's possible tomorrow. And you know, you have education sessions there, product displays, things that I have never seen. A number of years ago, you had a car hanging by these thin glass panes. That
Yeah.
was pretty exceptional. So, can you describe, in your words, glass technology live and what that space might look like this year?
So, as I always said in the past weeks, past months, GTL or Glass Technology Live is the innovation hotspot of our show. You can see so many innovations, and you can see the future of glass. What is happening with glass in the future in like 3 or 5 years? Because they are a bit in front of what the exhibitors are selling right now, and that's that's a really special one. And I think for a lot of our visitors, this is worth a visit every time they come because I see a lot of new interesting things. And as you said, we have the collaboration with 4 universities from Darmstadt, Dresden, Bochum, and Delft. And this is a good community, a good outreach to everyone. And what will be this year is difficult to say yet because we are still in the process of planning. We have a lot of exhibitors and things coming in, and we are still looking what fits best to GTL. So I think we will have it in August or September, maybe with a newsletter that we can give a height on what is coming there.
Mhm. Well, it's a very interesting space. I
Yes, it
will
is.
be
Yeah.
eager to see what's selected this year.
Yeah, it's a bit of
So
fun of what is going on with glass. It's not the so for not for me it's like for glass like the machines are running all over the halls, but at Glass Technology Live it's just yeah the product out of glass which is there and what is possible with glass. So that's special.
all that glass can do, and it's
Yes.
I think the student engagement is very interesting as well. Sort of what glass as a material looks like to someone who has not been in the industry for
Yeah.
decades, which so many of us
Yeah.
have. So you have students coming in with ideas that are brought to the show floor in this space of, you know, using thin glass in circular patterns, or there was a glass slide one year,
Yeah.
completely all glass slide that you know, the general public was not allowed to go down, but but it was functional. It just allowing us to look at the material a little bit differently because glass can
Yeah.
do so very much. So
That's true.
definitely a high recommend from my end. But so many of our fabricators, in particular, from North America, who are interested in attending the show, they're there for, you know, to see the machinery all in one space there at that scale, as well as sort of the innovations from the European side. So, what is your message to the North American fabricators who are interested in attending Glass Tech or who maybe have never been, but it's on their list?
I think what's special about GlassTech is that it's the most international exhibition in the world. So in 2024, we welcomed visitors from around 129 countries. We had exhibitors from 49 countries. So it's I would say, a global networking opportunity. So that's one of the USPs we have, meeting all the right people, all the decision makers here in Düsseldorf every 2 years, seeing the new innovations of the industry. And yeah, as I said, it's a unique networking opportunity, because you don't find a place where you will meet so many people, all out of the industry. It's like meeting, as I said, for me, it's already a community. You're meeting colleagues, you're meeting competitors, which is also very important, as we know, and you're meeting friends, because it's, as I said, it's a community. And I already learned that there are a lot of friendships going on, and that's good that we have it here in Düsseldorf as well.
Well, Daniel, thank you so much for coming on Glass Tech. I very much look forward to seeing you in October. Again, it's October 20th through 23rd in Dusseldorf, Germany. And again, I'm Katy Devlin of the NGA. We've been chatting with Daniel Feische, the Director of Occupational Safety and Health and Glass Technologies at Messe Düsseldorf. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you, Katie, and I would love to see a lot of you during Glass Tech here in October in Düsseldorf. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll be there.